Hello, so today I'm going to be talking about two of the video projects that I've made as part of the viral media module. I'm going to be talking about what went well, and I'm going to be talking about what didn't go so well, and I'm going to be throwing in some media theory along the way. So sit back and enjoy. So in the first part of the video, I want to talk to you about the design of the videos that I made, and I'm going to be using the bottom-up approach to discuss the creative design of the videos. Then later on in the video, I'm going to be talking about teamwork, and I'm going to use teamwork theory to explain some of the experiences that me and my team faced together. So my first project was an independent video project. I made an activism video about palm oil. My aim was to discuss what was going on with palm oil and to inform my audience of the negatives and positives of palm oil. I based all of my research off websites such as WWF and Greenpeace and used academic sources alongside this. I created a montage sequence using newsreel footage and provided a commentary to explain what was going on. The next video that I made was as part of a group project, and we made a video based off the paper made by Dr. Martins, who conducted research in the origins of media management in the UK parliamentary system from the year 1790 to 1900. The first thing I want to do is look at the contagious characteristics of my two videos. Berger highlights 6 key elements that contribute towards the contagious characteristics of a video. He refers to them as steps. So the first of these steps that I want to talk about is social currency. Social currency can be used to find the social value of a video. So social currency refers to the remarkability of a video, and it basically states that people are going to share something that's either makes them seem more informed or more hip or something that entertains them. Both of these videos have very different feels and therefore very different social currencies. Like my independent palm oil project, the group project was also very informative, but one thing that this had in addition to being informative was a fun and entertaining style. We used fun and entertaining presenting style to keep viewers engaged throughout the video. So Trainer comments on Goyo's work, and in their findings they found that videos with a more personal one-to-one style were more engaging for audiences. I think the fun and interactive presenting style implemented by Zuza and Georgian Noel gave the video this kind of entertaining characteristic which maybe my independent project was missing. I think this could be one of the reasons why my group project performed a lot better in terms of virality than my independent project. At the time, when making my independent project, I didn't really recognize that having a presenter would engage audiences further. So this is definitely something that I'll consider when making videos in the future. So another step that I want to talk about in both of the videos that I made is the use of triggers. Triggers basically elicit some sort of emotional response amongst viewers. I use triggers in very different ways in both videos. So in my first video, I used triggers such as the rainforest or endangered animals to create the consensus of concern for wildlife and to kind of reference global warming and CO2. Because often when we see the rainforest or these endangered animals, our brain instantly goes to the climate change discussion. I think that this ties in very closely to the fact that this video was an activism video, as discussed by Alio and Perry. Images and videos they use in protests as they have very deep-rooted semiotics and make you feel things. These feelings make you want to act and protest. But the triggers that we used in our group project were very different. Almost instantly, we realized that we had the opportunity to advertise the University of Liverpool towards potential students. The video would be published on the MediaPool channel, and a lot of potential foreign students may be using this channel to have a glimpse at the Liverpool lifestyle. So we decided to play on the very kind of British characteristics of this paper that we were covering. And it was Zuza's idea to use the red brick building as the backdrop for the in-person presenting parts of the video. And from this, I kind of decided in the animation that I wanted to include images of Westminster and kind of give off this tourism idea of England. So we use these triggers to play on the kind of tourist vision of Liverpool and England. And I think if you look at Muran Sharif's paper on Iran in the media, you can see that videos and images are often used in tourism to haunt this kind of tourist vision of an area. And that's exactly what we tried to do. But I think to me anyway, the most important characteristic that Berger highlights as part of his STEP system is the element of emotion. I think emotion has the power to make us share, like, and comment more. And I think that you want to have the most high psychological arousal as possible. And I think even feeling absolutely terrible after watching a video is more likely to make you share it than if you watched a video where you just felt impartial. As Jenkins states, there is a reliance on emotion to create the memorable and the spectacular. And I think going on from this, emotion should be the key thing that I want to put into my videos. You can see from both of the videos I included emotion. I mean, it's no coincidence that in the beginning of my independent project, I used tense music and quick montage footage of destruction to introduce the palm oil crisis. No coincidence that Zuza, Noel and Georgie included over-the-top and fun acting styles, because this elicits emotions of humour. I think the emotions that we created through our videos are what really drove them to success. In terms of video design and the bottom-up approach, I think what I've learned most is that a presenter is a great way to engage audiences, and I plan to go into documentary production next year, and this is definitely something that I'll bring with me into my future studies and documentary creation. Alongside this as well, as I've just discussed, emotion is a key driving factor in a video success, and I think as long as you make sure your video is emotional, you will get some sort of success out of it. So I now want to move on onto my experiences of teamwork and discuss some teamwork theories. And I want to say, before working in this group, I really thought that I was a better solo worker, and I didn't like the idea of team projects at all. But this has completely changed after this experience, and in the future, I can't wait to get involved in some more team projects. As I mentioned, I didn't like working in a team before, and to be honest, I just thought that working as part of a team would slow me down, and I felt like I didn't need the help of others. I think maybe I was even being a bit egotistical, but at the first hurdle, I was proven wrong. So basically, I was assigned to write the script with Ting Ting and Georgie, and we got to work, but we just really struggled to condense this full academic article into a script that was for a 4-minute video. I mentioned that I was really struggling with this, and I felt we were going to have to sacrifice some of the quality information in the academic article to get the script condensed. But almost instantly, everyone jumped on board and had a go at editing the script down. And by the following week, we had the perfect 4-minute script. I think I was just so shocked that my teammates would be so eager to help me with something that wasn't technically their assigned role. And it was just a surprise. I think maybe I was used to working with people that didn't really pull their weight. So, I mean, in terms of Lencioni's 5 dysfunctions of a team, I don't think we experienced any of that. And I think that reading Lencioni's paper kind of made me more adverse to teamwork before I embarked on this project. But honestly, I did not find any dysfunctions whatsoever during my time in this group. I think another surprise that I found in group work was that there is this whole academic subject related to writing about teamwork theories, which I had never even thought of before. And one of the theories that stood out most to me was Tuckman's development of small groups. So in the theory, Tuckman highlights that there's 5 stages of development. You have forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. In the forming stage, initial ideas are developed and everyone's assigned roles. I found that this process for us was just so easy because we all had very complementary personality types and also very complementary skill sets. So for example, Zuza has a YouTube channel and was just extremely gifted at editing. Noel had very good camera skills. Ting Ting was an excellent writer and researcher. And Georgie had amazing presentation skills. And this all worked out great for me because I wanted to learn how to animate, and no one else really had any passion for that, so I got to jump on board with that. I think another one of the theories that I experienced during my time as working as a group was Goleman's theories of leadership types. So essentially, Goleman says that there's many different types of leadership styles, and one of them is the coaching style. And I was actually got to experience this from one of my teammates. we had this idea that we were going to create a walking animation, but we just couldn't do that because of VideoScribe. But during the forming stage, when this was still a possibility, I didn't know how to do this or how to animate, but Ting Ting actually made a short animation and explained to me how she did this. And it was just such a great learning experience and something that I can use in the future. So yeah, effectively Ting Ting exhibited this coaching style and taught me how to make animated GIFs. And this is definitely something that I can use in future videos that I make. So all in all, this module has just been such a great learning experience. I've learned not to be afraid of teamwork and that I have so much to learn from my teammates and they can actually make the workload seem so much more manageable. On top of this, I learned that presenting style is such a good thing to include in informative videos. And these are both very key ideas that I'm going to bring with me in the future when I go on to create documentaries next year. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video essay.